Urban Analysis Project by Lyric Stanley. Hello, everyone. My name is Lyric Stanley, and I'm here to share what I have learned about education in Washington, D.C. I chose to focus on educational quality of this city because it is one of the most important issues affecting our communities, especially cities like DC, where there is a big gap between student potential and the actual outcome. I also believe that there is just not enough traction of educational factors on the educational factors like there is for political, anything with politics, violence, and other topics. Washington, D.C. is located in the Mid-East BA region. You can see it right here. It has a population over 6 million in the metro area. It is led by Mayor Muriel Bowser, who is right here, and local leaders who help shape policies that impact the schools. Even though DC is home to some of the best colleges in the country, the public system still faces challenges. My goal today is to break down what is not working, what is working, and what how we can use economic thinking to make things better for students and families. Let's start with numbers. According to Niche and DC Policy Center, graduation rate is 76% and the national average is 85%. The SAT score is 1,100 and the national average is 1,024. The ACT score is 26 and the national average is 19.4. The reading proficiency is 35% and the math proficiency is 22%. Poverty rate is 14% in Washington, D.C. So, what does this data tell us? Students who do graduate are scoring above average on standardized tests, which is great. But the issue is the low graduation rate and the low proficiency in reading and math. That shows us that a lot of students are falling behind. That is a big concern. From an economic perspective, we can look at this through a opportunity cost. For example, DC is rolling out a new policy. This policy is called Phone Free Schools, and it is trying to basically reduce distractions in the classroom, which is a smart move, but it is also meaning that the city is choosing to spend time and money on phone storage systems instead of, let's say, raising teacher pay or fixing school buildings. The trade off that occurs here is the opportunity cost. We also see externalities at play. When a student does not graduate, it affects the whole community. Higher crime rates, lower income levels, and more strain on the public services. On the flip side, better education creates positive externalities, like a stronger workforce and healthier neighborhoods. Let's not also forget supply and demand. There is a high demand for quality education, but not every school has the resources to meet that demand. That is where smart policy and resource allocation come in. So, in DC, are they doing enough to help their students? I say they are trying, but there is still a long way to go. One strength that I can point out is the student to teacher ratio of 13 to 1, which gives students more on one attention. And also, the new phone policy does show they are thinking creatively, but just not about the about the right topic. The biggest weakness is that too many students are not graduating or reaching proficiency in basic subjects. That is a serious issue. Here are two recommendations that I believe will help the Washington, D.C. public school systems. Expand the community schools model. The schools could offer not just education, but also mental health services, tutoring, and family support. That way, if they are dealing with anything outside of school, it can be addressed professionally, and also it will help them to have a better understanding with what they are learning at school and to be more dedicated and focused while they are in class. My second recommendation is to um, have boost academic support and low performing schools, which is based on the data from Niche. DC needs more tutoring and after school programs, especially in reading and math. These programs cost relatively low and can make a big difference in helping students catch up and stay on track. They can also help them to create a community of their own through their peers, and also have that support from staff as well. Using a cost to benefit analysis, both of these ideas offer strong returns. They are targeted, affordable, and focused on the students who need the most help. If we invest wisely, we can close the gap and give every student in DC a real shot at success. And that is what they need at Washington, D.C. public schools. Thank you so much for watching. And this is Lyric Stanley. I hope you have a blessed day. Take care.